So it's France, mid-70s. Bell-bottoms, cigarettes everywhere, disco playing in the background. And in the middle of all that is this 44-year-old dude named Albert. Yeah, Albert. Or as I like to call him, French dumbass extraordinaire. Now, to be fair, Albert wasn't your everyday loser. He'd already been to prison a couple of times for petty crimes, but by the mid-70s, he was trying to play normal guy. Working as a photographer, living the boring middle-class life, probably taking pictures of weddings and old people's dogs. But here's the thing. Albert's a criminal at heart. The 9-to-5 shit, too boring for him. He missed the adrenaline, the risk, the feeling of sticking it to the system. And then, one random day in 1976, Albert strolls into a bank in Nice. He's just doing regular customer stuff, probably pretending he's got money to store. But then, he notices something. The bank's safe deposit vault? No alarm system. Zero. Nada. Whoever designed that security system must have been drunk or high, because this was literally an open invitation for dumbasses like Albert. So Albert's brain starts cooking. He's like, what if I just rob this place? For old time's sake. And once that thought hits him, it's game over. Albert doesn't just rush in with a ski mask and a pistol. Nope. He plays the long game. He opens an account, makes excuses to keep visiting the vault, and takes photos of the layout like he's some secret agent. But the more he looks at the place, the more he realizes going through the front door is suicide. Too risky. So he thinks outside the box. Or should I say, outside the fucking bank. Albert's new plan? Break in through the sewers. Yeah, you heard that right. Ninja Turtle style. Dude literally starts mapping out the Nice sewer system at night, sneaking around in tunnels, probably smelling like absolute ass, looking for a way to burrow into the vault from below. For days, he's crawling around in shit water, getting lost, until finally, he decides to just straight up ask the city for the sewer blueprints. And guess what? They give it to him. No questions asked. The man looks like a regular contractor, and the city's like, "Oui, monsieur, here you go. Have fun building your fake deck." Once Albert studies those blueprints, he knows he's sitting on the biggest score of his life. But he also knows he can't do this solo. So who does he call? The mob. Because why not make things extra spicy? He recruits 10 mob guys plus 10 of his buddies. That's 20 dirtbags all crawling through sewers together. For the next 2 months, these guys are digging side tunnels like it's Minecraft. Every night they're down there chipping away at concrete, carrying out buckets of dirt, sweating like pigs in the dark. Nobody above notices. Or maybe they hear noises and just think, city workers, who cares? Finally, by July 1976, they're right next to the vault wall, just inches away. They wait for a long weekend when the bank's closed, and then boom, they cut through the concrete and slip inside the vault. And here's where it turns into some Ocean's 11 meets hobo camp shit. Albert and his goons don't just snatch the money and leave. Nope, they straight up move in, weld the vault door shut from the inside, set up camp, and start living like they're at a fucking Airbnb. They cook meals, drink wine, take naps on the floor, even poop in buckets. Which, by the way, is disgusting. You've got a sewer right there. Why are you pooping in buckets? These dudes were criminals, but also lazy as hell. For the entire weekend, they're cracking open 317 safe deposit boxes, pulling out cash, gold, jewelry, diamonds, basically looting people's life savings. By the end of it, they walk away with 46 million francs. That's about $10 million back then. Today, that's like $50 million. All from crawling through sewers and camping in a vault.
Monday rolls around. The bank opens. Customers come in. One of them asks to get into their deposit box, so an employee goes to open the vault door. But oh shit, the door won't open. Remember, Albert welded it shut. So now the employees are panicking, like, Mon Dieu, what is happening? They try everything, keys, brute force, probably begging the door in French. Nothing works. Eventually, they bring in workers with jackhammers to smash open a wall. And when they finally peek inside, the vault looks like a frat house after finals week. Empty boxes everywhere, trash on the ground, food scraps, piss buckets. Oh, and no money. 317 boxes completely cleaned out. Bank's been fucked. The heist is an instant media sensation. The newspapers call it the heist of the century, and the cops completely embarrassed. But it doesn't take long before someone in Albert's circle snitches. Police find out he was the mastermind, and boom, Albert gets arrested. Now here's where Albert shows his true dumbass genius. Because at first, he just straight up admits it. Tells the cops, yeah, I did it. That was me. Probably smiling the whole time. But deep down, Albert has no intention of rotting in prison. He's already planning his next big move, escape. Fast forward to 1977. Albert's in court for a hearing. The judge is in his office. The cops are standing around. Everything looks normal. Then Albert suddenly complains he's hot, says he needs some air. He walks over to the window, opens it, and before anyone can say baguette, he fucking jumps right out of the judge's office window, lands on a car below, bounces off like a goddamn action hero, and what's waiting for him? A motorcycle. One of his boys pulls up at the exact moment, and Albert hops on and vanishes into the streets. The cops are standing there like, did that just fucking happen? By the time they realize, he's long gone. Dude literally planned a Hollywood escape in broad daylight. Now Albert's on the run, and the French government is pissed. 2 years later, in 1979, they sentence him anyway. Life in prison even though they don't have him. Meanwhile, Albert's living his best criminal life, traveling between Brazil, Chile, Argentina, spending money, banging around in disguises. He even gets plastic surgery so no one recognizes him. This guy's rocking fake beards, wigs, passports. He's basically doing cosplay for a living. And Albert doesn't just hide quietly. Oh no, he taunts the cops. He mails photos of himself to newspapers like, bonjour, still free bitches. He writes 3 books about his heist and gets them published. Like imagine being a cop hunting this guy while he's out there autographing copies of his memoir. For 12 fucking years, Albert runs free. And here's the wildest part. He never gets caught. Not once. He only stops when cancer kills him in 1989. That's right. He literally died a free man. French dumbass pulled off one of the biggest bank heists in history, mocked law enforcement for over a decade, and never spent a single day serving his life sentence. And the money? Gone. Police never recovered a single franc. To this day, nobody knows where it is. Out of the 20 people involved in the heist, only 3 ever got punished. The rest? Probably sipping wine on stolen money somewhere. So yeah, Albert Spaggiari, dumbass or genius? Honestly, a bit of both. He crawled through shit, camped in a vault, and tricked cops with a fucking window jump. And somehow, he pulled it off. One of the wildest stories ever.